Now I'm sitting here with Tom inside of his Impala SS, 1962. Tom, tell me about your car. It's beautiful. The interior almost looks original.
I purchased the car in 2001 from a fella in St. Louis. Did a full body off restoration, completed in early 2002, and I love the car. It's a great car.
Really? Now, original parts still on it? It was in pretty good shape, or did you bring it back from the dead?
I pretty much brought it back from the dead. It was when it rolled off the transporter when I got it, I was really disappointed, and I had ended up putting about $40,000 on the car.
Wow.
The motor, I just put this motor in about a year ago. It's out of a 65 passenger car. The whole build on the motor was about $8,000 from air cleaner down to the oil pan. But I think it upped the value of the car maybe $10,000.
No, it's a gorgeous looking motor. You did a wonderful job on it, and you can't beat a 309, right?
409. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, I tried to keep it period correct. The only upgrades I made on the car, it does have disc brakes in the front and aftermarket power steering. Other than that, it's got the original transmission, the Borg-Warner aluminum T10, posi traction, 308 gears, and of course the dual quad 409.
Really neat. So original 4-speed car, original power window car?
Yeah, original 4-speed car, original power window car. Originally it came with a 327 though.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, you did a great job updating this. Well, Tom, thank you for telling us about your car. You got a beautiful one here. I appreciate it. You bet. Okay, now this is one of my favorite kind of cars. It's got the original factory grease pencil in there with the M21 transmission. It's a 396, 360 horsepower, big block. This is a really, really nice period correct, restored, all original parts and condition, paint. Interior is just immaculate. Bucket seats, 4-speed, matching interior to the matching outdoor color, red lines, super sport. Really, really nice car. Okay. Well, we're going to start in the back with the Joker on this 1930 Ford Model A Hot Rod Custom. It's a gorgeous car. It's been chopped 2.5 inches and filled, powder-coated TCI chassis, 350 Chevy, blueprinted and balanced with world heads, and it may be a Joker on the back, but it's no joke under the hood. It comes with front disc brakes, magnesium drop chrome axle, U.S. radiator, Dakota keyless entry, power windows, suicide doors. This baby is just rotted to the max, and if you look at the engine, I don't know if there's an extra room for a dipstick under that hood. Okay, the name of this hot rod is appropriately Wild Thing, and man, it is wild. It's got the two-tone paint with the flames, the pink on the purple. It's lowered, big fat meats in the back. Got the open doors on it. It's got the vintage air. It's got power brakes on it. Big old small block V8 shoved under the hood. Neat 1940 Chevy Coupe. All right, you know, we're here in the shadow of the Queen Mary, and we got a beautiful 68 Mustang here. This is Neil's car. Neil, tell me about your car.
Well, I've bought this car about 4 years ago, and I kind of bought it for my daughter, and it started fixing it up. It started looking good, so I decided, well, I'm going to keep it.
Right.
And so one thing led to another, and before I knew it, hell, it's in car shows now.
It is. So you've been taking it out for a while?
For about the past 2 years right now.
2 years, really? Well, it's a good-looking car, so it's a driver?
Yes.
It's a driver. Really neat.
On the freeway, anywhere, to any car show.
Any car show, right. Now, you live local?
Live in Downey, California.
Downey, so that's the heart of car culture almost, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's really cool. Well, thanks for talking to us about this. It's a beautiful job you did on the car.
Hey, I appreciate you taking the time
Neil,
out.
No problem. Thank you. You bet. We're here with George, and this is his 66 here. George, tell us about your car. You're the original owner, right?
Yes, sir. I bought this car from Worthington Dodge in Huntington Park, California in 1966. It just turned 40 years old. Actually, I had to buy this car twice. In 72, my first wife, her name was Pat. She divorced me, and the judge gave her this car. And she had it until 82, and luckily she called me up and wanted to know if I wanted to rebuy the car, and I did in 1982.
Well, I'm glad it came back home.
Yeah, and it sat in my backyard for over 20 years. And then in the last day of 1999, I retired. And the following Father's Day, I tore off the carburetor, and I've been after it ever since.
Wow, but it's mostly original the way it was, right?
Yes, sir. It's the original car.
The interior looks real good shape.
Very good.
Yeah. And you have something to do with this car over here also?
Yeah, this is my wife's car.
It is.
About 2 years ago, she came to me and she said, I want an old car. And I says, good, I'll go get you a Mustang convertible. And she says, no, I don't like Mustangs. I want your car. this red car.
Right.
I says, nah, that car is mine.
Too many stories in that car.
Right. So I found this thing. It was in Temecula. The man I bought it from, he has like a 40-car garage, and he loves Chevy, SS's and Malibus.
Right.
And this came in a package deal.
So it just didn't fit in his collection.
Right. So he wanted to sell it. And it was big time mess.
Really, really?
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Originally a red car with a 361 big block. But when I bought it 3 years ago, it had a 78 Chrysler 400 motor, and it was shot. So I tore it all apart. I like to do that, and started to restore it. And I went to her pastor because I had a lot of problems with this car.
Oh, really? It was possessed, huh?
Yeah, he told me, go to the Catholic Church and get some holy water and bring the car to holy water. He's a Seventh-day Adventist. He says, I'll bless it for you.
Oh, that's great. And then it turned out like this.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, it's gorgeous, George. Thank you for sharing your two cars with you. These are one of my favorite models with the rear end bucket seats. Those are about 1 year, right?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. Well,
The 67 is identical, except they cut the center console behind the front back seat there,
Right.
and made a walkthrough, and then they put a flasher out here.
right. Okay.
And that's,
so that's how you tell.
the only difference. And I think they changed the water bottle here too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, great looking cars, George. Thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You bet. Okay, we're with Tony and her 62 Rolls-Royce, listening to a little Andrea Bertelli here. Tony, tell me about your car and the display you have in the back seat.
It's a 62 Silver Cloud Rolls-Royce, and I set a little vignette up, what I thought would go nice with the car, which is a little caviar and toast and some wine on the wine bottle. I don't know if you can see through the camera. It has a picture of the car, and
I
it
saw
says,
that. Is that a special bottling for this car?
yes,
Oh,
yes,
you
it
got
says,
this- wow.
yes, I do everything. There's candies there with the picture of the Rolls and the license plate that says True Love 62, because it's a 62. And I make up a bunch of little stuff. Everything says True Love 62 in the car, including the purse in the front seat.
Well, that's
So,
neat. Well, let's look at the outside of the car.
okay.
Tell me about the car. When did you get it?
1989.
1989. And is this one of many, or do you just have one car?
One of four.
One of four? Very nice, very nice.
Yes.
You told me you have a Cadillac in your stable?
59 Cadillac convertible.
Really, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this car, you get out often into the car shows?
No, not too often.
Not too
Actually, this
often?
is only the second time.
You know, we get a
That
lot
it's
of
been-
virgins in our car shows here.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
neat. A lot
Okay.
of people bringing their cars out of the
Okay.
garage, out of the shop.
Okay.
Well, it's a really nice 62. Thank
Oh,
you for
thank
talking
you.
to us, Tony.
Okay, well, thank you
Appreciate it.
for
And
listening to me.
check us out on live car shows.
I will.
Okay, thank
I
you.
will.
You
Thank
bet. Uh-huh.
Bye.
Okay, now we can't walk away from this Rolls-Royce without one more shot of the interior, all the original wood, handcrafted interior, you know. Once again, Rolls-Royce craftsmanship, they go hand in hand. This car is just solid, beautifully built, hand finish. Not too many Rolls-Royces at the shows. Rare car.